You're thinking about Doughnuts, by me, Michael Rosen. Chapter 6. A bit further up the stairs, the plastic skeleton said, "We could talk to the witch." "Terrific!" said Spacesuit. "Where is she?" said Frank. "Where she isn't," said the plastic skeleton. Where she isn't?" said Frank. "There," said the plastic skeleton, and he pointed at a kind of chair with a metal cage round it. "That's where she isn't," said the plastic skeleton. "We do not see it. We do not see it," said Spacesuit. "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for the Invisible Man." "I can't see her either," said Frank. "Can she help us?" "I don't think so," said the plastic skeleton, "because she's not there." "But you said we could talk to the witch," said Frank. "Of course I did," said the plastic skeleton, "but I didn't say she'd talk to us." "Well, we might as well talk to the wall," said Frank. "Oh, no," said the plastic skeleton. "Talking to the wall is talking to no one. We can talk to someone who isn't there. That's much more interesting." "Oh, was she ever there?" said Frank. "Ask her," said the plastic skeleton. Frank went up to the empty chair. "Were you ever there?" said Frank to the empty space in the cage. There was no answer. "But you haven't said who she is. She doesn't know you're talking to her," said the plastic skeleton. "Excuse me, hello, witch," said Frank. There was no answer again. "Yeah, receiving you. Great, terrific," said Spacesuit. "What's he receiving?" said Frank. "I don't know," said the plastic skeleton, "but he'll receive a kick up the pants if he doesn't keep quiet." "She hasn't answered," said Frank. "Why not?" said the plastic skeleton. "I was going to ask you that," said Frank. "I asked you, though," said the plastic skeleton. "Why hasn't she answered?" said Frank to himself. "Why hasn't she answered? I've got it because someone else is there who isn't a witch." "Now you're talking," said Spacesuit. "I wasn't talking," said Frank. "I was thinking." "Hello," he tried again. "Are you someone else who isn't there?" "Hello," said a woman's voice. "Can you help me find my mum?" "I was going to say that," said Frank. "I said it first," said the woman's voice. "I can't even find you," said Frank, "so how am I going to find your mum?" "I'm not here. That's where I am," said the woman's voice. "Why aren't you here?" said Frank. "Because it's who I am," said the woman's voice. "Can we go now?" said Frank. "I'm going mad." "Me too, guys," said Spacesuit. "Look," said Frank, getting cross, "if you're not who you are, and you're not where you are, and you're going mad, what are you doing here? What are you doing not here?" "I'm locked in," said the woman's voice. Frank looked into the cage very hard, and at the chair. It explained something underneath. It said that they used to lock women into this chair, and it was put up and down into a river. There was a picture. "You're reading it, aren't you?" said the woman's voice. "Yes," said Frank. "Reading you loud and clear," said Spacesuit. "Switch yourself off, will you?" said the plastic skeleton. Suddenly, the picture Frank was looking at came to life, like a film. The woman in the chair was screaming terribly. Frank felt the skin on the back of his neck hurt just hearing this terrible scream. Then suddenly the woman, the cage, and the chair went plunging down into the river, and the woman was held under the water inside the cage. There was a crowd of people on the riverbank, and they were shouting, "Witch! Witch! Witch!" Others were shouting, "Hold her down! Keep her in there!" Then up she came again, and water was streaming from the chair and the woman's clothes and hair. Once more the terrible screaming came from the woman, but she was gasping and choking. She called out, "Mother! Oh, save me!" And then Frank saw an old woman on the river bank. struggling to reach the people, pushing this seesaw thing up and down. But the people wouldn't let her get near and pushed her away easily. Frank heard people yelling again. "She came to my house begging for corn, and I gave her none. My chickens choked to death on the corn I gave them," said one. "Well, she came to my house begging for milk, and I gave her none. My child fell on the floor and foamed at the mouth," said another. "Drown her! Drown her! Drown her!" they screamed, and down she went again, and once more up. The screaming had stopped, and the woman sat there, limp and soft, the water still streaming from her chair, her dress and her hair. Then, whoosh, the picture froze. "I was a beggar," said the woman's voice. "That's all. And they didn't want to give me anything. I couldn't feed myself." "So," said the plastic skeleton, "you're the witch who isn't there, aren't you? Well, why didn't you answer before?" There was silence. "Oh, where's she gone?" said Frank. "There's one hell of a big nowhere out there, kid," said Spacesuit. "She's gone to where she isn't," said the plastic skeleton. "Well, that's because you frightened her off," said Frank. "Oh, she's not real anyway," said the plastic skeleton. "Well, neither are you," said Frank. "I'm realer than her. At least I'm a copy of the real wild man. She isn't even who she is. She isn't even where she is. I know who I am, boy, and don't forget it, all right?" "Information received. Okay. Great thing, guys," said Spacesuit. "Give him a donut," said the plastic skeleton. "I hope you find your mum," said Frank to the cage, and he thought he heard one more tiny scream. I hope you enjoyed your thinking about donuts. If you want to know more about all the new stories and poems I put up here on Kids Poems and Stories with Michael Rosen, then why not follow the link and subscribe to the channel.